Okay. Okay, so I have them all here. I have them all. Dorothea, she helped me collect these. Where is she? Oh, where's she gone? Oh God, I don't know. Children, am I right? You bear them, raise them, feed them, clothe them, teach them. Sure, I dragged her to South America, but you know, she wanted to go. Kids. The weather was a little better than Amsterdam. And a Dutch colony. What's a little slavery when you can get around speaking the language? And my daughter, she's so funny. She said, don't you realise how dangerous this is? And I said, yes, of course. We might not come back. What? She said. Honestly, she gets her brain from her father. So I listened to what she said. I considered everything. And I did what any sane human being and responsible mother would do under the circumstances. I wrote my will. In the will, I did say that my daughter would get everything I owned if she finished the voyage without me. Oh, I'm just kidding. Not really. I mean, they said, you can't be an entomologist. I said, why not? They said, because it hasn't been invented yet. I said, oh, of course. Fair point. I didn't realize that we couldn't do something because a man has decided it doesn't exist yet. So yes, I know I got here a little early and you weren't ready for me, but I'm 200 years before my time. And you know, sometimes I'd be watching a little pupa and waiting for a beautiful butterfly to come out, because in my head, you know, we're all told, oh, the butterfly must go through pain and go through being an ugly worm and all of that stuff, but look how it's worth it, and it's a beautiful butterfly, blah, 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 blah. But actually, sometimes it would be a swarm of flies or a wasp, and I'd be like, screw you, parable of the butterfly. I mean, my dad died when I was 3, which is obviously when I started keeping silkworms as pets. And that wasn't just because they produced nice things from their butts. I like to see them change into moths that didn't have to produce anything that anyone thought was beautiful or that they could make money out of. And the peacock flower, my God, it's really beautiful. God, I know you can't see it, but if you can imagine a peacock, you might get some idea of what it looked like. The male peacock, of course. Why he gets to dress up and go out dancing while we have to sit in brown feathers in the mud. Anyway, so peacock flower, stunning. And I'm there, drawing it, trying to do it justice. And then this slave woman, she brought me some water, and I asked her about it. I said, don't you think it's gorgeous? Aren't you lucky to be in a country where it just grows? And her name, she said, oh, well, I don't know her name. So I'll call her Rosa, because, oh, that's a stereotypical South American Spanish name that has absolutely nothing to do with the indigenous people who lived there before the Dutch people came. Rosa said to me, yeah, the flower's bright, I'm lucky. It calls to me when I was pregnant and I'd rather kill my own baby than have it born into slavery. That's when I'm glad the flower is so stunning, because it springs out of the vegetation and I can find it quickly, easily, hurry! Pick the seeds, eat the seeds, eat the seeds. Stomach, lungs, womb, sick and blood, out, out, out! I won't give them my baby for a slave. I said, Rosa, that's quite disturbing. Are you all right, dear? Rosa said, the Rosa who isn't Rosa, the Rosa who doesn't have a name, because the person who wrote this play couldn't find any information online about what the original Suriname people were called before the Dutch people came there. I don't know, I didn't write it down. But the non-Rosa said, there's a better place than this. I may one day take too many seeds and leave it myself. It's only a journey, and I will be changed, born again, free. Like a silkworm who no longer makes valuable silk. You know what I said when they came to get me for my husband? I did. I said, we are wed in the eyes of God. A God you don't believe in. A God who believes in me. And I think our marriage cannot exist if you don't think the God who made it exists. Spoiler, my friends. They let me leave him. And so I know you think I'm changing, but I'm not. I'm simply going back to who I should have